Senate President Akpabio have decided to, call the attention of Kayode Egbetokun, to do something about this Natasha matter. He has in fact written a petition to the IGP against Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. I think that probably people must have told him that you need to challenge this woman. If you don't do that, people will take that as guilt. Silence, most people believe is yes. But, I think this is the reason why Akpabio is finally doing something about this matter. Before we go into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please go ahead and click on the subscribe button down below. Also turn on the post notification bell. That way you'll be the first person to get notified each time we upload a new video. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. That way we encourage to put out more reliable and authentic news. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Akpabio highlighted the harmful impact of a false allegation, noting its widespread coverage across various media platforms, including radio, television, and social media. President of the Senate, Akpabio, has petitioned the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, requesting a thorough investigation and prosecution of Kogi Central lawmaker, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, over the FT allegations she leveled against him. The petition, dated April 3rd, 2025, comes after Akpoti-Uduaghan's public outburst on April 1st, 2025, in which she accused Akpabio of instructing former Kogi State Governor Alhaji Yahaya Bello to assassinate her in Kogi State. She claimed that the plot was designed to make it appear as though her constituents, were responsible for her death. In its petition, Akpabio vehemently denied the accusation, calling it a heinous lie and a reckless and deliberate attempt to tarnish his reputation. It demanded the prosecution of Akpoti-Uduaghan for criminal defamation. The Senate President characterized the allegation as politically motivated, accusing Akpoti-Uduaghan of attempting to incite political unrest and damage its public image. He also emphasized that the accusation was made without any supporting evidence. Akpabio further highlights the harmful impact of a false allegation, citing its widespread coverage across various media platforms, including radio, television, and social media. He urged law enforcement to treat the matter with the seriousness it warrants. I write to formally bring to your attention and seek immediate investigation and prosecution of a criminally defamatory and malicious statement made against me by Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, a suspended member of the Nigerian Senate, on the 1st of April 2025, and which was widely publicized on radio stations, televisions, and newspapers, including the social media, Akpabio stated in his petition. He continued in the public outburst at Kogi State while addressing our audience. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan falsely alleged that I instructed the former governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, to assassinate her in Kogi State instead of Abuja, with the intent of making it appear that her constituents were responsible for her death. Akpabio categorically rejected the accusation, calling it a reckless and deliberate attempt to damage my reputation, endanger my life and security, and incite political unrest. He also expressed concern over the political motives behind the false claims. Her motive was clear, which was to incite public manipulate sentiments and malign my person and office in the eyes of the Nigerian people and the international community, he added. Akpabio concluded his petition by calling for the immediate investigation into the false and inciting allegation and the prosecution of Akpoti-Uduaghan under the relevant laws for criminal defamation, false accusation, incitement, and conduct likely to cause a breach of peace. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment comes from Harriman Amadi, who says, "This woman called Natasha is the smartest woman and senator in Nigeria. Long live Natasha. I just hope that she has evidence, because before you can come out to make such heavy evidence and accusation, apart from sexual harassment, now I'm talking about the allegation that Akpabio, actually planned to assassinate her in Kogi State. She should have concrete evidence. I trust that she's a lawyer. As a lawyer, she knows the law and she should know better. She knows that you cannot come out to just spew stuff out of your mouth and say things that are unverifiable or things that you cannot back up with evidence. So I'm assuming that she has evidence, but if she doesn't, this it's a terrible mistake. It's a terrible mistake. And if you're able to prove that this assassination attempt that she's claiming on her life is false, which means that the sexual harassment is also a lie. That is if they're able to claim, if she does not have any evidence to back the assassination claim that she's saying, which means it's very safe to conclude that she does not also have evidence of sexual harassment, and the sexual harassment claim is also a lie. I'm just putting this out there. Moving on, Reginald says, please stop this noise and stop disturbing us. You already had a badly battered reputation. Becoming Senate President only made it worse. And also, I don't know if you noted something. I noticed something. Akpabio is coming out to counter the claim that he ever made assassination attempts or ever asked Yaya Bello to, assassinate Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. But I don't think that he ever came out to write a petition, challenging Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan concerning the sexual harassment claim. Please let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. Let me know. But so far, I do not think that there's any counter petition on that. He did not write to the IGP. There is no case in court of him countering the claim. So is it safe to say that he actually sexual harassed her? Moving on, Olawale Aboyeji says, take it lightly, sir. Women deserves fair hearing and treatment. She would use anything at her disposal to fight you. That's something that most people do not understand about women. Like, if a woman feels cheated, she will fight you to the last. Don't play with a woman. Don't play with a woman. When it comes to our children, when it comes to our integrity, they will fight you to the last. And I think, that is exactly what, Natasha is doing. People really underestimate the strength of a woman. Don't underestimate it too. God's will says, which reputation do you think you have? You are just shooting yourself in the foot. Why suspend her for 6 months? Against Senate rules and against court rules, you went ahead to remove her security, leaving her exposed. So who would believe you didn't plan on assassinating her? All your moves show you are guilty, as alleged. Okay, I think when we look at it in the angle of the fact that her security was withdrawn, so how did they even sit down to conclude that she should be punished to that extent? All because she refused to take a new seat that was allocated to her. You not only suspend her for 6 months, you withdrew her security. So it is safe to assume that if you are withdrawing her security, it means you want her to be open to any threats, be it physical, any threat at all. You want her to be open to the enemy. You do not want any protection for her, which means you are putting her life in danger. You're putting her life at risk. So if you are looking at it in that way, I think it also means that they are trying to assassinate her. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.